Welcome back to Cards and Comics. Today I have a box of 1996 Stadium Club Baseball Series 2. And it is the continuation of my series of trying to open every wax box made in the 90s of Major League Baseball players. If you go to my channel, you'll see a poll playlist dedicated to this of all the 50 plus now boxes I've opened, unique boxes. So I've opened some multiple times, but I've opened over 50 unique products from the 90s already. So this is continuing that series. Now, Stadium Club Baseball in 96 was kind of a crossroads product. Autographs and game use really hadn't broken big yet. And so they still had a lot of sets like this where you had, laser cut foil, foil etched and diffraction foil, not even really refractors. You've got these kind of, extreme player game cards, which you could send in. It's kind of a contest for free cards. And, those cards that actually you could send in for are pretty cool. Some of them actually are very similar to sets like the 1999 Topps domed hollow set. The extreme gold winners actually uses that same technology. So they were cool cards, and they're actually, the Griffey, some of those cards are worth some good money. But you can't get them in here. You got to send them in back then. So can't do that now. So if you do get a winner now, you're kind of just stuck with the winner card, which not too bad, not too terrible, because I would assume that a lot of those, were sent in and maybe they're kind of rare, and over time, maybe they'll be worth something. Now, I think this is a retail box because, for a lot of reasons. One, I don't know the markings, but I believe still at the time, that this time period, they were still putting home HTA or home team advantage on the boxes that were hobby. And I do not see that marking anywhere. And then on the back here, you'll see the sticker. It says full box F, and I think that was a retail designation. Just from what I know about how retail products work, that would kind of give me an indication that it was for the retail market, not for hobby stores. But here we go. We're going to open this up. I don't really remember opening this product. This, again, was one of those products that I would have been really close to going to college, still around that time period of, being at school and not really paying attention to things like sports cards, honestly, as much as I was trying to just graduate back in those days. So here we go. Packs have a little weird thing going on right here, and a lot of them. In fact, everything but this one. Actually, they all do. I guess that is. Well, I guess it's not. I mean, I thought originally it was part of the design with the player here, but I don't know. Maybe it's because there's a card in here that has some kind of thing going on. I don't know, but they all have kind of a weird indentation. So, again, we talked about the medalist and some of the odds. Let's see if we get some of the odds here. Yeah, the only odds are really on the extreme players. Gold 1 in 60, silver 1 in 30, bronze 1 in 15. They don't really go into odds of those other players, but I looked in Baseball Cardpedia, and the rarest on the retail was the medalist at 196. Most things were 24 and 48, so either one per box or one per every other box. We'll see how it goes. From what I remember of these cards, they weren't as sticky as some other years. So, and I think the design was pretty good. So here we go. We'll zoom in a little bit. And there is Frankie Rodriguez to start out with. And it looks like we're going to hit insert right off the bat, which is cool. Jeff Sapon. Greg Jeffries. And here's the back. I never liked Stadium Club backs because they always had wonky stats and kind of like weird designs. It's a little too much design. So here's our first medalist. And it's laser cut, so you get a lot of cool stuff in the background. And it is Jose Canseco as a Red Sox. So that's kind of a interesting later career Jose Canseco That's still a cool card, just because of the design. Honestly, it's just one of those screaming 90s designs. And they're very thin, so they look like they would damage very easily, so we'll make sure we don't damage it. And when we get it into a sleeve here, we got our first insert is the Medalist Jose Canseco. There we go. And go through here is my first pirate, and it's John Erickson. As a pirate fan, I don't remember that guy. And then John Erickson again. So Topps keeping up their amazing collation. And here is an insert. That is pretty cool looking. I guess not. I guess it's just a subset. Team Stadium Club. So it's a cool looking little subset. Because the reason why I think it's a subset because it says 245 here. Or no, that's 245. I thought maybe 24S. I think it's 245. So there we go. Kind of a cool subset, you know. Topps is definitely, you know, trying to make things a little nicer back in that day. So all right, pack one. Hit insert a Medalist, and I believe on retail that was 1/96. So that was actually a pretty rare card to pull because it was 1/48 or 1/96. Here we go, Troy Percival. A lot of cards flip sideways, and Antonio Osuna, Mark Bruzlanic, and it looks like we got another insert right off the bat too. And it's a Barry Bonds, and this is a pretty cool card. Here we go. Oh, it's Burn and Bash, and these cards are really cool. They are ridiculously cool. Barry Bonds, Bash, and Burn, and there's the back. Etch foil, still killer. Love the technology still. It's kind of like Dufex, but a little like a dumbed down Dufex. So 2 packs, 2 inserts. Pretty cool. So it's series 2, but still got a lot of stuff going on here. That looks like fire. So really nice Bash and Burn. I believe that was a 1/24 type insert. So we're doing pretty good. All right. And again, another one of these Stadium Club, and this is Jose Mesa. So definitely a subset of some kind. There we go. Steve Finley. All right, 2 for 2 on insert, so that's pretty awesome. You know, I don't know if they had hot boxes back then. Scott Cervantes, Andujar Cedeno, John Hudick. Everything's kind of flipped around. Troy Percival, pretty good player for a long time. This is Butch Husky. Okay. Roger Bailey. And Ron Karkovice. Remember him as a catcher. So, pretty cool. I mean, hey, both those inserts are pretty awesome. So, design-wise, very nice. Like the design so far. Here we go, Scott Brocious. Kurt Schilling. Or if he's ever going to make the Hall of Fame, where they're going to keep him out, just, you know, what for, you know, I think eventually he'll make it. There's Tim Wakefield. That's a cool card. A cool subset. Design wise, I would give the set definitely some props. It doesn't look as stodgy or kind of like uninspired on this part of the design. I mean, they always say good photography, but sometimes the design of Stadium Club could be really ugly. Some years on the base side. They've always had some cool inserts, and then later on, you know, it all became about, you know, the insert, you know, the autographs, the co-signers. But here we go, Craig Biggio. That's a cool Craig Biggio. If I was a Biggio fan, I would like that card. Jamie Moyer, who pitched till he was like 45 or 46. Jeff Fry. There's Canseco base card. It's kind of interesting. He had 24 home runs, 81 RBIs, hit 306 in 95. So, still a pretty good player. I mean, honestly. Omar Vizquel. Andy Murray. It's a pretty good pack. A lot of good players. Hideo Nomo. Look at that. That's a cool Hideo. So, just from a star pack, that was pretty cool. And, oh my gosh. Dropping everything. Mark Carrion. All right. We're almost a third of the way through. Feeling a little slow. These packs are a little hard to open. Nothing is sticking though, so it's a good sign. These boxes are very cheap. Honestly, some of the cheaper boxes you'll find. There's a ton of them. Crisposio, Turk Wendell, Tom Candiotti, TSC, Andy Ashby, Ray Sanchez. So hopefully I don't miss one of the winner cards. I know they're stamped, but again, nothing that I remember seeing. Mondesi, I haven't seen anything kind of weird like that. Yeah, Alan Trammell, got to be one of his last cards. Chris Hammond. So if I miss something, let me know. Brian Barber. Yeah, these are pretty cool. Alex Gonzalez. Tony Tarasco. All right. Always like catchers. That's the position I would have wanted to play if I played baseball. Tom Pagnozzi, Jeff Kent, Turk Wendell. Or Jeff King, sorry, not Kent. Our first sticky, and it's an insert, of course. And it's power packed, and it's cool. Mark McGwire. These, I've seen these before, and they are really cool. Very, almost like electric. Just looks really cool. It kind of shows you where the power is based on how they sprayed the ball. And it didn't really do much damage. In fact, I don't see any damage to the card. So we've done good. I mean, 3 inserts. Basically 1/3 of the way through the box. So hopefully we're not drawn dead. For the rest of the box. But just really cool power pack. Again, I think they are either 148 or 124. Stadium Club had no real imagination when it came to how it did inserts. It just was like, hey, it's either 1 per box or 1 every other box. All right. Terry Steinbeck. I always like Mr. Steinbeck. Again, I'm a sucker for catchers. Here is an extreme Norm Charlton. So this is the bronze, what it looks like. There you go. That's our first extreme winner right there. So, cool card. Cool card. All right. Hit the next half. We'll get through them a little faster now that we've seen a lot of the base. The problem is that you got to look for that. I think this had, it has the language on the back for the prize or how to redeem it. So even if the card's flipped, I should be able to tell. There's Andy Pettitte, good player. Tony Fernandez, Craig Biggio. Already seen the Biggio. There's Jim Abbott, which has got the Team TSC. We'll try to go a little faster now that we've seen everything. You know that if an extreme winner is flipped, you should see that language on the back. So we'll stop if we see someone cool. Another Kurt Schilling, Shirk, John Wetland, Team Stadium Club. Yeah, try to pick up the face a little bit. As we know, sort of where the inserts are. Charlie Percival. It's kind of cool. A fight on a card. It's pretty sweet. Okay. I do like how predictable boxes were for Top. Some years and some places don't put the inserts in the same spot. I think that's crazy. Flipping through those cards, it's really hard to find anything when the cards are like that. Cedeno. It's a rod back. Extreme players checklist. Okay, so these are all the extreme players you can get by position. Interesting. And is this another extreme player? Let's see who we got. Reggie Sanders, bronze, extreme player. Extreme. So we've hit 2 bronzes. I think they were like 1 in 20 or something like that. So not impossible. All right. I'd like to see a gold. I think we said those are 1 in 60. Some nice shades, honestly, from John Hudett. Okay, something here. I think it's an insert. It's a King Griffey Jr., of course. So now we're going to try to not damage the card as we separate it. You know, it would have to be a Griffey that has the hardest card to get separated would have to be the Griffey. All right, and then we got it started there. This may not work, guys. It's pretty darn tight down. Here we go. Got it started. There we go. Didn't do much to it. There we go. Wow, that's a cool card. Best Performers Playoffs. King Griffey Jr. There we go. Best Performers. Wow, we got a Griffey. One little chip here on the back. Actually, I think we can probably, might just be extra. Yeah, it's a little extra cardboard. Actually not chipping. Looks pretty good. Yeah, on the back, and then there's the front. Best Performers, King Griffey Jr. Look at that. We hit an insert of one of our dudes. One of the guys that we're looking for, we hit something. That is pretty sweet. There we go. Wow. All right. So the inserts, I mean, this box for being, I mean, these are pretty dirt cheap, guys. Oh, need to finish the pack. Here we go. We'll just do it with this pack. A lot of fun. I mean, it's not a bad product, honestly. You got to remember it's a product of its time. So it's not going to deliver you, you know, autographs and game use and whatever you think you need. It is going to be a lot of fun with some really cool nostalgia 90s inserts. No co-signers yet. That was still to come. In fact, I think 97 was the first year for co-signers. But a lot of fun. And again, if you like a lot of cards, a lot of fun, Keith Grissom, good player. Yep. So this, again, this set could be for you if you just like to open something, pull out some cool inserts, and just kind of have a fun afternoon. This product is not bad. Not bad at all to do that. Again, you're not going to hit a home run, thousands of dollars, but you never know. That Griffey or some extreme golds still unredeemed might be worth, enough money to pay your box back, which would be great. That's all you can hope for in today's market, is to get your box money back on a lot of things that you buy. Tom Pagmazzi. Interesting. There was some leftover prior card on there. All right, down to the last 5 or 6 packs. Israelhausen. Danny Neagle. He was a good player for the Pirates all those years. Yeah, they had some good players. They could never put together, anything close to what they did back when they had Mr. Bonds. And that team is just, you take out all that talent and you got nothing left. Cal Eldred. I had a lot of Cal Eldred stuff, honestly. Will Clark. A lot of Eldred. I thought pitchers were something to invest in back in my day. Now we all know, you never buy the pitchers because they either get hurt, they go on Tommy John, or they come back and have a good year, but then, no one really cares at that point. That's kind of true. It's kind of sad, that no one, treats them sort of the same way, other players. It's just, they're just not the same level of collectability nowadays. Aldred, last pack. Here we go. It was a good product. It was a good product. Good packs. It's a lot of fun. Will we hit in the last pack? I don't know, but I think we're well ahead of the game anyway, regardless if we hit or not. Holtz, Trammell, Fernandez, our last. Kenny Rogers. It's got kind of somewhat of a claim to the Hall of Fame. And there we go. Mariano Rivera. That's a cool card. All right. So we'll recap and kind of my overall thoughts about and kind of grade the product. Well, we hit the best performance, Griffey, which is awesome. 2 bronze. Extreme. We got Norm Charlton and Reggie Sanders. Got some really good, not Hall of Famers, but really good players. Power packed Mark McGwire. Burn and Bash Barry Bonds. Really cool. And medalist Jose Canseco. So really diverse inserts. And a lot of fun. So overall, I'd rate this product. So I'll start, with 2 ratings. One is today and then at the time. At the time, it didn't know any better. So it was, to me, probably a B to B plus type product in that time period. And, a lot of stuff that was cool. But, you had to send stuff in. It wasn't as cool as a lot of other products, even in 96. So to me, it was a solid B to B plus. Today, without autos or 101s or any sort of real chase, other than some of the slightly harder to get insert sets, I would say it's definitely C sea level set, very mid. But the inserts are fun and it's very inexpensive. So if you're looking to just open some fun 90s products, these Stadium Club, there's 2 year, 96 is 2 sets. It's probably not the worst thing, but you're not going to get rich. You're not going to really hit home runs. You're going to hit, singles and doubles and get, a lot of fun out of it. So for that perspective, it is, not top tier, but it's not a total crap show. And it's definitely a lot more fun than I thought it's going to be. And the inserts are very nice. So that is it. That is my 96 Stadium Club Series 2 box number 1. The first one I've opened in this product. And hope you've joined me on my journey to get all these boxes purchased and opened on my channel. And I'll see you all next time on Cards and Comics. Bye.